Hey guys, July 23rd, 2012 today. A little cloudy here in Vancouver. And a quick shot of the garden before I begin. Potatoes, doing good. Pepper plant starting to get some small flowers on it. Lettuce is finally doing something. And I've got a few tomatoes, small ones. There's not too much to say about silver. We've been hugging this $27 line for weeks. 26 and change has acted as support a few times over the past couple of months here, and we still are holding above that. If it goes below that, I would expect to see a decent drop, but I'll put an article down below which seems to indicate that some people at least believe there are a lot of long positions waiting to be added as soon as we get down into the 25s or so, and that should push silver much higher. So I'll put the link down below for that. But yeah, silver's just been sitting around 27 and not doing a heck of a lot lately, even though the stock market has had some very rough days. The stock market over the past 1 year is up 0%, so whatever inflation is, that's how much you've lost if you invested a year ago in the stock market. And if you invested 5 years ago in the stock market, you are now down 5%. Plus whatever inflation has taken away in 5 years with compounded inflation on there. So stock market has not been so good over the last year or 5 years. But what I really want to talk about right now is here. GOP makes room for Ron Paul at Tampa convention. Now the headline is really all you need to know. This is an announcement that has never been made. The GOP has never admitted that Ron Paul is invited to the Tampa convention. It's been denied up until as recently as yesterday that he would be able to go to the convention at all, that he would have a speaking engagement, that he would be, a part of debates or whatever else happens there. And that he is indeed up for nomination for the Republican candidate for president against Obama. So it's not just Mitt Romney, as a lot of people have been saying up until, well, now. And the official line of the mainstream media has been that Ron Paul is out and has been out long ago. Now, if you read this announcement, they make the announcement seem like it's not really an announcement at all, and that this has been the case for months. Ron Paul supporters have feuded with state Republican parties across the country, battling for delegate seats at the National Convention. But the National Party is welcoming Paul and his supporters to the event with open arms, even helping the Texas congressman organize his troops. The Paul campaign and the Republican National Committee, the RNC, have been working closely over the past few months to work out logistics in order to include the Texas congressman and his supporters in the August convention in Tampa. So that's next month. That's in 1 month's time. The Republicans are going to decide who their candidate for president is, and it will be Ron Paul, as I've been saying since at least the beginning of this year. The part that bothers me about that paragraph is where it says that they have been trying to work out logistics in order to include the Texas congressman. Well, that's what a convention is actually where you get together and decide who your candidate's going to be. Over the past few years, it's just been a shoo-in as the mainstream media chooses the candidate that they believe is going to go forward, and that is the candidate that goes forward, and there's never any debate. For the first time, Ron Paul and his supporters have managed to make a battle of it. So we're going to actually have an old-fashioned convention where there's a battle and there's a debate between candidates. So there are going to be two candidates vying for the position. And, for them to make it seem here as though that's not how it's supposed to be. It's just supposed to be a celebration of Mitt Romney. That's what the RNC is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a celebration of Mitt Romney. No, it's supposed to be a battle for the candidacy. So that's really what bothers me about that. And the other thing is just that it makes it seem like they're doing so much work for Ron Paul. They've been trying to keep him out every step of the way. And now all of a sudden they're acting like, what are you guys talking about? Of course, what? We announced this months ago. He's been invited for months. No. It goes on to say, quote, "They've treated us like a friend and like a coalition," said Jesse Benton, a spokesman for the Paul campaign. I don't know about this guy. A lot of Paul supporters seem to think that he is not really on Ron Paul's side. Now here he is acting like the RNC is our friend and everything, but I guess maybe he's just playing politics or something, but the RNC and the Republican Party itself has never been a friend to Ron Paul and has been trying to keep him out the entire time. Quote, "They've been honest brokers in working with us and treating us with respect." That's a tough one to swallow for any of us that know what's really going on. Paul will hold a rally with supporters August 26th at University of South Florida's Sundome, a venue convention planners helped him get. Actually, he had to fight them for that. "We have worked closely with Congressman Paul to secure a location for this event," said the GOP. Planners have also kept Paul's platform committee delegates in the loop as they begin the process of assembling that document. And I can't really go on. This article is very, very badly written. Either someone didn't know what they were talking about when they wrote it, or they're just being disingenuous from the get-go. But anyhow, like I said before, this is the announcement here. GOP makes room for Ron Paul in Tampa. So he is at the convention, he is up for nomination, and there's no more debating about that. So anyone still thinking that Ron Paul dropped out, that he doesn't want to be the president, just go have a look at his webpage. He says it very clearly himself that he wants to be president. But yeah, this is an announcement that Ron Paul is up for nomination. They try to make it sound like it's not an announcement. They make it sound like this has been old news, that for months that he has been confirmed. No, this is the confirmation itself. And it's just telling that they have to try and dampen the effect of this confirmation of this announcement by saying that it's not really an announcement at all. I have a link down below called "Aurora Dark Knight Suspect James Holmes Said He Was the Joker." This is according to police that arrested him. They said that he was the Joker. Now, if you can see a picture of this guy, there he is. He doesn't look too well. Every picture I see of him, he's got bulging eyes, which I've worked in psychiatry, I know can be a symptom of illness, or it can be a symptom of side effects of antipsychotics or mood stabilizing medications. But anyhow, look at this guy's hair. It's dyed in such a way that you can tell it's dyed. If he had dyed it properly, with the sides of his hair in the back dyed as well, then he would almost look like a redhead. But it's made to look very fakely dyed or very poorly dyed, which is a strange thing. And also, if you notice, the Joker didn't have red hair at all, and he had green hair. So this guy was a PhD student who apparently didn't do his homework and didn't know that the Joker had green hair, not red. You'd think that's one thing that you would get right if that was supposedly your costume to commit this crime. Anyway, I'm not saying anything with that, I'm just pointing it out. Something's not right, something's inconsistent, and that's really all I wanted to say about it for now. Talk to you guys soon.